Hello YouTube and welcome back to another single battle that I have for you guys today. This battle is actually my mono psychic team, and I'm going against some quite lower tier pokes, so it was pretty fun, except for the Mega Alakazam obviously, but since I was psychic I didn't really worry about it too much. So yeah, it was a really good battle. I hope you guys enjoy this battle. Obviously, looking at this team, I'm pretty scared of the Cacturne and that Weavile, because Weavile's very fast. But yeah, it was a really good battle, so let's just get straight on into it. So anyway, I'm going to lead out with my Meowstic, and it took me forever to breed this Meowstic actually, because I wanted a male and female, and all the IVs and stuff wouldn't pass, and it just took forever. So anyway, I'm going to fire up a Reflect first turn, and protect myself from any Night Slashes or something that I was expecting, but he actually goes for a Sucker Punch, and it turns out he's actually banded into that Sucker Punch, so he's going to bail out there and swap into his Muck. And this is actually just before I put Psychic on this Meowstic. So I fire off a Thunder Wave. This set actually had Imprison on it, but now it has Psychic, just so I can do a little bit of damage instead of just sitting there not really doing much after I've done my screens. Anyway, I'm going to pop up another screen there, and Muck's going to start setting up with some curses. So I'm going to swap out because I don't really want to be set up bait for this thing, which turns out to be a really bad idea. I should have just stayed in and let that thing curse an explosion on the Meowstic and instead of letting it kill my beautiful Giraffe Ellie. And I'm pretty gutted that it did kill this Giraffe actually. I really love this Giraffe. So he's going to carry up setting up some curses. Now I'm Scarfed, so I'm going to go straight for the Psychic. Unfortunately, even Modest, it just doesn't do enough to kill it, and it's obviously going to go for that explosion and kill itself and take out my beautiful Giraffe with it. Which really sucks for me because Ellie is my main form of coverage. She's got Dazzling Gleam, she's got Hyper Voice, which I'm thinking of getting rid of actually for Hidden Power, because she has Hidden Power Dark, I think she'd be. So anyway, I'm going to swap into my Morgana here, and he's going to swap into his Fire. I knew a Sucker Punch was probably coming, and it was, so it's a good job I went for a Will-O-Wisp. And after this Will-O-Wisp, it's really not going to do much to me at all. I mean, I've got a Reflect up for 8 turns, and it's not got a great attack stat anyway, but it does get pretty good moves, as in like it gets Hyper Fang and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to swap out into my Galad just in case it went from the Sucker Punch, but I end up swapping into a Return, which doesn't do too much to me at all. It actually kind of does more to the fart itself than it does to me. So I got a pretty okay swap in there, but it actually has Shadow Claw too, so he goes for Shadow Claw, which does a considerable amount more to me than the Return did. And he's going to take a little bit of life damage there, and I'm just going to finish him off with a Drain Punch. Unfortunately for Fart. I actually really want to use my Fart, I've got a Fart, but most people on livestream bring quite powerful Pokemon, and Fart just can't really hold out that well on its own. So I'm going to take out that Fart there, and in comes the Alakazam. I'm going to swap out here because I'm actually banded into Drain Punch, and I don't really want to Drain Punch the Psychic type, so I'm going to go back into my Meowstic. And I was just going in here for more screens and to Thunder Wave it because it's really fast, so I wanted to slow it down. So he's going to get that Mega Evolution up, going to trace my Pranks though, which would have been really annoying if he had Calm Mind, because then you'd have like priority Calm Mind all the time. So he's going to go for a Shadow Ball on me there, which isn't going to do too much because the Light Screen is still up. And I'm going to fire off that Prankster Thunder Wave to try and do a little bit more to it, because no one likes an Alakazam, really. So he's going to go for another Shadow Ball there, which is almost going to take me out. It's doing a huge amount to me considering my Light Screen was up until now. So it's my last dying wish. I'm going to put the Light Screen back up again for the rest of my team. Kind of save their asses from this Mega Alakazam, because that thing is scary. So it's going to finish me off with a Shadow Ball there, and there's my Meowstic there, unfortunately for my Meowstic, but it did save my team with that Light Screen. So I'm going to swap back into my Galad now, and ban myself into Shadow Sneak, because why the hell not? Shadow Sneak OP. It almost takes it out with just one Shadow Sneak, and he's going to go for a Shadow Ball on me. But with those Light Screens and my okay special defense anyway, I take that reasonably well. I'm able to just finish off with another Shadow Sneak. I kind of had to lock myself into Shadow Sneak, even though it's paralysed. It wasn't made really for the priority, it was more for because it's the only thing I had that was super effective on it. The only other moves I have are Ice Punch, Drain Punch, Psycho Cut and Shadow Sneak, so it was kind of worth banning myself into Shadow Sneak. He's going to swap into this Weavile now, and I don't really want to Shadow Sneak a Dark type, so I'm going to swap out and go into my Bro to sponge up this Fake Out, because that's all it was ever going to do. It's usually the fake out sling or King's Rock, aren't they? Or sometimes they're sashed. Or this one's life orbed. So I'm going to get that lefties recovery, so it's really not a fake out, was kind of pointless anyway. And then it's going to go for an X Scissor, and I was like, damn, I was expecting a Night Slash or something, but X Scissor, that was unexpected. So I went for Thunder Wave, just to slow this thing down, because it's so super fast, and I did not want to have to get swept by a super fast Dark type. But to my knowledge, I still think it thought it had Night Slash, but it turns out it doesn't, or it just likes X Scissor more. So I'm going to go into my Glad here, predicting a possible Night Slash, but I just swapped straight on into an X Scissor, and that's the end of my poor Glad there. He's not going to take that, even with a Reflector. But the life orb damage is slowly racking up on that Weavile there, so it's not too bad, I guess. I'm going to swap into Morgana here, and he's going to go for an Ice Shard, just to get a little bit of damage off before he dies, I guess. He's done with his Weavile, which I really wouldn't have done. Doesn't the Weavile get Sucker Punch? I'm not sure if it does. Anyway, I'm going to go for a Sleep Wave and finish off that Weavile, so that's the end of the Weavile. I guess his Weavile was kind of useless since it was paralysed. I mean, it lost its speed. And I'm going to Magician that Life Orb, and then take the Life Orb recoil. Does anyone know if you, like, Magician and you take it, does the attack, like, was my Heat Wave boosted by the Life Orb? Or do I just take recoil for taking it? I don't even know. So now in comes Cactin, obviously trying to go for more Sucker Punches, but I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp. And halve its attack, and it's going to take burn damage as well. He's going to continue to go for another Sucker Punch there. I really wasn't expecting him to go for like 2 in a row, so that hit me really hard. So it definitely is banded, and he's going to take a little bit of damage there too. And I figured, well, maybe if it's locked in, let's see if I can troll around a little bit. So I went for a Calm Mind with my Grumpig to try and boost my stats a little. I was mainly doing this just to, because Sucker Punch is only like 8 PP max, like into PP. So I was like, well, maybe I can just PP stall this. So I'm just going to go for another Calm Mind there. And then after like the third one, I'm like, it must be locked in, because he wouldn't keep going. Because like, he wouldn't just let me set up on you. But he has no moves left and he goes for a Struggle. So then I'm like, yeah, I must have definitely been banded into Sucker Punch, and that's why it did so much to my Delphox. So instead of swapping out, he's just going to stay in and let me set up on his Cactin. I guess it's because he has a Magnezone left, so he thought his Magnezone would resist my Psychic type anyway, so he didn't really need to swap out, but it was kind of unnecessary. I would have not ruined my Cactin so quickly. I mean, I'm pretty sure Cactin gets Night Slash itself, so he could have just banded himself to that instead. But no, he's going to struggle and take the burn damage and stuff, and I'm at like +3 Calm Minds, I think. But that turn I went for a Power Jam, and I probably should have gone for another Calm Mind. Now I'm going to get some lefties recovery. And out comes the Magnezone. And I'm just going to go for a Psychic, because I always have a Psychic or Power Jam, and I want to see how much Psychic would do. And it hits pretty hard. I mean, that thing's really bulky, and it resists, and that did a lot of damage. And I avoided whatever, was that Charge Beam, maybe? Not sure what it was, I avoided something then. He's going to get some lefties recovery, and so am I, and I'm just going to go for another Psychic, just to try and wear it down bit by bit. It's just about living, and he's going to go for a Flash Cannon, which is going to do diddly squit to me because I'm like so defensive. So I'm just going to get some lefties to heal up that little bit of damage up. And to finish this thing off with a Psychic, I think, after he's had his lefties as well. Just going to get this HP back, and I'm just going to go for Psychic and seal the deal. And that is the end of the Magnezone. And I think that's the last Pokemon as well, so that should be the end of the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It was a really good battle, and it's not often that I get challenged by like acquaintances and passerbys that have like NU teams or low tier teams, so it was a really nice surprise, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.